Welcome back, guys. So right now we want to talk about one of the animation styles. One of the animation styles we want to talk about is 3D and CGIs. So we have 3D and CGIs. So let's try to generate a consistent character and animation style. So right now, let me start my prompt right away. It's all about your prompting style. Currently, I'm using Gemini. You can use any other platform as well. You could use ChatGPT. You could use any of those platforms as well, but I'm showing you just free methods we could use, not just you using any AI tool. Gemini is free, and we'll use Gemini to generate our prompts for the animation we want to create. Then we're going to try and use some other tools to generate the image. Then much more later, we're going to talk about how to change the images to videos. But let's talk about different animation style in this session and see how we can generate them. So today we want to generate the 3D CGI. So there's 3D CGI. So let's say I want to generate four character blocks, four character blocks with four sceneries, that shows a 3D or CGI. Yes, 3D or CGI characters. Ensure the characters are consistent. Yes, ensure the character are consistent, and the scenes varies different with different attires, but yet the character stays consistent. Yes, so you have to emphasize on consistency. Yes, consistent. Okay, so these are just simple prompts, like me trying to prompt out something to get the 3D character. So if you notice, I want to generate character blocks, a core character. If you notice my keywords, let me show you my keywords. This core character block is a keyword. So core character is what defines the character staying consistent. So that's why I'm inputting core character blocks. And we have four scenarios because I want four scenes where we get to generate the character and they look the same. So we have 3D or CGI character. We could leave it as CGI instead of 3D, but let's leave it at 3D. So let's say 3D animation character. So this is another keyword. So when you're inputting your prompts, make sure your keywords are there. So these keywords is what helps you. So let's say this keyword is what helps you. We have 3D character, we have core character blocks, and definitely we have four scenarios which could vary. But the major thing now is core character block, this, and 3D animation characters. Then the other keyword is consistency. Make sure consistency is in your keyword. Those are three keywords you need in your prompts. And you could see, no matter how you write, just leave it the way you are writing them. So I'm going to have this sense just to get those. So I'm going to get my prompts, the prompts that I will definitely use to get the characters out. And here is the first prompt. So this is one type of animation. Of course, we are just talking about different types of animation. If you know different types already, you don't need to go through this session, but we are talking about different types of animation right now. So right now we are being enlightened to achieve character consistency across different scenes and outfit in AI generation. The most effective method is to use a rigid base character block. As you can see, you keep this exact block identical in every prompt, only changing the environment, action, and attire variables. Here is a ready to use framework designed for a high quality 3D animation style. So your base character block right here is 3D animated character, Pixar and Disney style, a 28-year-old. So now we have scenario, we have this different scenario. So what I want to do now is I want character names with different character blocks, and different sceneries where the character crosses parts. Okay, so let's do this. Let's have this, because this now is just showing one character. What this is doing now is that a we have the character block with different scenarios. So let me show you what that literally means. You're going to have a base character. So let's see how to implement this first. Let's see how to implement this. So what this literally means is that we need to generate images first before we get the videos out. So I'm going to use image FX, of course. I'm going to use image FX to generate my character. Yes, so I'm going to use image FX right now. Since I have my character block right here, so the character block stays here. Okay, so I could bring that out. Of course, I could bring this character block out. Yes, so I could just name it base character block. So what I'm going to do now is to insert the prompt for the base character, of course. So I'm going to insert the prompt right now. That's the prompt right there. Then here in scenario one, it says the text studio. So the character is wearing this, but the base character block is before the main prompt. So what I want to do now is to add the main prompt right now beside the character base character block. So I'm going to insert that. Then I'm going to have this prompted. But before we go prompting, let's see what the first character block, let's see what it looks like actually. So I'm going to come to image FX. Image FX is one of the free tools you're going to use. That's why I'm using image FX, and these are how you can access image FX. Just type image FX on Google. It will bring you right here to where you're going to use this. So you see something like image FX right now. This is it right here. You can copy this URL directly, which says labs.google slash fx slash tools slash image fx, which is perfect. You could do your preset right here. Your preset could be a landscape, it could be a portrait, and your model should be high quality, of course. And basically, so this is image fx for you. So I'm going to go on. So this is where I'm going to input my prompts, the prompt I have right now. So I'm going to input the first base character prompt. Let's see what the base character looks like first. So I'm going to paste this right now, and I'm going to create, so we can see the first base character. Let's see what it looks like. So the base character looks like this. Let's see what that result would yield. So we have the base character now. Look at the base character right here. Look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. Don't they look alike? Like everything almost looks alike. So see this, see this, see this. So look at the faces. Yeah, perfect. So we have this. So let me just download that for now. Yes, that's the base character. Now let's put this character in different scenarios. So which is the first scenario where I insert my base character first, then I will insert my next prompt. So let's do that right now. So I'm going to copy this. Yes. So let me see. I'm going to copy this, of course. Let's do this. Copy. So from the prompts, you could see your character style, 3D animated character, Pixar, and Disney style. Yes, basically that's your basic animation style. So let's come back here to paste this. Yes, so we have this full in a scenario. So let's create that on image effects. So this is the process you have to go through to create your animation style. Once you have animation style created, then you can go on to create a scene or a video. So you see that same character now is in a different scenario and is still looking consistent. So this is how you get consistent images. As you could see, this looks good, and this as well looks good. Yes, so this now shows that you can actually generate a consistent character. So the next thing you want to do now is to go to the next scenario. The next scenario says you insert your base character block here, then you have this, you have is wearing a sharp navy blue. So let's see, let's change our style. So here we have the core character, then we have something like this. So we have this, and we're going to switch that up. So let's generate this. So I'm going to come back here right now to generate this. So I'm going to have something like this, then I'm going to create this right now. So let's create this right now and see what the result would be like. So right now, a new character set is being created, a new scenario. As you could see, that same person is right here looking consistent still. So you can just pick anyone you want. They all look almost the same. So I could just easily pick the one I want. So I think I'll just pick this, and that has been done. So this same character now has another scenario, which is the last scenario. Oh, we have one more scenario. So we have scenario C. So all we have to do is to change the prompt of the scenario. Then we're going to leave the core character block. That's the whole essence of core character block. It stays consistent, is the determinant of how consistent your character will be. So I'm going to copy this right now, and I'm going to come paste this right away. So I'm going to paste this right here, and let's see what we have as the new scenario. So now we're going to get the last scenario, which is this, your core character block, of course, and you're going to have something like this. I'm going to copy this, then I'm going to come right here to change this. So I'm going to change the scenario right now, and I'm going to copy out this. Yes. So I'm going to copy out this. Coming back here, look at that same character right now in a different scene, and it looks consistent throughout. It's just that we change the scenario, but the base character does not change. The attire changes, the action changes, but the base character did not change. That's how to get consistent character exactly. So here we're going to input the last part, and here we have the last prompt, and let's see what that yields for us. So if you notice, so far we've generated different scenarios, but we have different attires. The face stays the same, the quality of the face stays the same. So you could see this is the very last scenario, and they all look the same. So I'm going to download this right now. So let's see the four scenarios we've generated, and let's see how consistent the character looks so far. So here we have the characters we've generated. So let's open them, and let's see if they actually really look consistent. So I'm going to open right now. I just opened the images. So I want to see how consistent they are actually. So here we have this. So I'm going to do this. So look at this face, look at this scenario. This is a different scenario. Look at this, a different scenario, and this is a smiley face, and this is not a laughing face. This is a laughing face, but this is a smiley face, but it looks the same. If you look at the quality, look at the attributes, look at the eyes, look at the eyebrow, look at the hair, look at the beard. So let's see if that stays consistent. Look at this, look at this, and come here. Look at this, look at this, look at this. So you see it stays consistent. The character even grows through your consistency. Look at this, look at this, look at this, and look at this, look at this. So look at this as well. As you could see, the characters are consistent, and that's all that matters. So you could generate as many characters as you want. So far we've gotten how to get the images, and there we can actually proceed to get videos. But right now we've spoken about getting images. So if you wanted different characters for different, like I said I want character names with different character blocks and different scenarios where the character crosses paths, or characters cross paths. Yes, so let's have this sent. So I'm going to have this sent right now. Always be sure you're using the Pro, or you use any of these models. Yes, but I prefer using Pro because it syncs consistently. But it's okay, you could use any of these, it does not matter actually. So here's a framework for generating multiple consistent character and placing them in the same scenes. So here we have this character for different names. So if you were to work on different character sets, this is what you would have done. So we have the character alpha, we have Kwame. So Kwame right now has this base character, which is the most important part for your consistency. Then we have the character beta, which is Zina, which is this character block, of course. So now you could intersect their scenario. For instance, scenario alpha, the tech up coffee shop. So you could see something like this: two 3D animated characters crossing paths. Insert character alpha, and you see this. Then you insert character beta. So let's do something like that. So let's copy this character alpha first. Let's see what he looks like. So let's see that, so we can have a view of what Kwame looks like. So we're going to generate that, which is the base character for Kwame. So let's see what that yields. Then this is a base character for Zina. So let's see what this is as well. So base character for Kwame, look at what Kwame looks like. Kwame qualities stays the same. Look at what it looks like. So perfect. This is Kwame, as you could see, submitted down with Kwame. And the next character is Zina. So let's see Zina right now. So Zina has these features for animation. So let's have what Zina looks like. So we have Zina as well. Then now let's try to insert one scenario and we're going to see how this blends together. So here we have the full prompt of having two character in a scenario. So let's copy this right now. So I'm going to copy this. Then I'm going to have this right here. So now we want to insert character alpha block and insert character beta block, which is very necessary. So let me do that. So this character, base character blocks for Kwame comes to the alpha block, as you could see. So let me have Kwame character right now. So I'm going to have Kwame character being inserted here with no remorse. Yes. So that has been inserted. Then we have the next character, which is Zina. So I'm going to copy Zina base character block. So I'm going to copy this. Then I'm going to insert it where it belongs. So insert Zina where it belongs. Perfect. So let's see. So we have this right now. But if I were you, instead of doing that, if you notice this full prompt has if you notice, this full prompt has something that says insert character beta block, and you have this. So what you would have done, what I'll show you a better way to have prompted this. So here we have the whole thing being swapped. Let's see what the results will be. So I'm going to copy this after it has been swapped. So look at Zina right here. Zina looks consistent as well. So let's copy Zina. So right now let's paste the insertion. So let's paste it and let's create the intersection. So I'm going to create this right now. That's for the intersection. But then a better way you would have done this, I'll show you. So let's see what the intersection looks like first using this method. So look at this right now. We have Kwame, we have Zina. They look consistent, of course. They look consistent. But then I would have done something better. So let's see. Let's choose one of these. Okay, so let's say this. Let's choose this for instance. Perfect. The characters looks consistent from what I'm seeing so far. So if you notice, this is Kwame. We have Kwame. This is the first Kwame. Okay, the hair looks the same here. So coming back here, yeah, it's perfect. But then let's see a better way to have done this. Let's see if that works. So I'm suggesting that you have your character. So for instance, we have the two characters, which says character alpha and character Zina. So we're going to have that right now. Yes. So I'm going to have this. So this now gives you the freedom to be able to prompt without having to insert the character blocks. So here we have the two character blocks right now. And right now the full prompt says insert this, insert that. So all we just have to do is to copy the full prompt without having to do anything. So let's copy the full prompt right now. Yes, perfect. So we copy the full prompt and we come right here. So we're going to have the full prompt right here. So to 3D animated character, insert character alpha. So we're going to leave it like that. Let's copy this and let's see if this works as well. As you could see, our characters are not looking bad. So let's see. Let's just copy and see which one gives a better result. So I'm going to copy, I'm going to paste. So I'm going to paste this, which is the new way, which we add the characters being here. Then we leave the prompt so it picks from the character we just explained or we just analyzed here. So let's see what the result looks like. As you can see, it still yields the same result. So it works perfectly fine both ways. You could use any one that seems easier for you. So that way we'll be able to generate consistent character and we've known how to go about generating consistent character. So we could go on and on to talk about different animation style, which should not be too long like this, but this has established the base of how to create consistent character. Of course, I'm going to see you in the next lesson where we get to talk more about different animation style. I hope to see you in the next lesson. See you there.